Is Blu-ray hunting on Black Friday a thing of the past? Pretty much. Am I still going to try to do it on Black Friday 2025 at 6 in the morning when it's dark and cold outside? Also, yes. Where am I going? Well, the only place that I know of in my area that still has deals on Black Friday is a place called Disc Replay. They are selling buy two, get two deals on Blu-rays. I'm hoping to find some fun stuff. Let's do it.
Here we go.
That is one big pile of shit.
No, I shot him. Bullets in the fall killed him.
Before actually getting to Disc Replay, I did have to stop at this Rebel gas station, and I don't know why everybody's got to be different. I don't know why they had to spell Rebel like that. Why is the E backwards? It doesn't make any sense. But here we are. I had to stop at the Rebel gas station. And of course, my main reason for stopping at this gas station was to pick up a friend, but not just any friend, a friend that's been there for me, and that, of course, is Red Bull. Now that we have Red Bull, let's get Blu-ray hunting. And so I have made it to Disc Replay. But look at this line. What the hell is going on this year? I mean, typically, I'm out in the parking lot 30 minutes early like I am right now, and there's no one lining up. But for some reason, on this extremely cold day, people are lining up outside of the Disc Replay, and I'm not sure why. I don't think they're all here for Blu-rays. I know Disc Replay does a lot of stuff with games. Maybe that's why, but yeah, there's a ton of people out there, and I feel like I have to join the line, but I almost refuse to out of principle. It's supposed to be, you wait till 10 minutes, then everybody makes a mad dash for the line, but people are out there in folding chairs right now. What the hell is going on? So I had to know why these people were standing outside of my Disc Replay so early in the morning in the cold. And unfortunately, guys, I found the real truth. It's not for Blu-rays. It's not for the things that get me excited. No, it's for Pokemon cards. This Disc Replay announced on their Facebook page yesterday that they have a ton of brand new Pokemon card trading packs. And that's why these people are out there. And that just makes me sad inside. Blu-ray hunting on Black Friday is dead. I am going to do it. I am going to go in the store. But I'm just going to be around all of these terrible Pokemon card collector people that I see videos of on TikTok. And I hate those videos with a passion. And yet, I'm about to go get in line with them. All right, guys, that was an awful experience, but I did get some movies, and I am excited to show them to you guys here soon. And I got a collector's edition of something. That's probably my favorite thing I found today. But yeah, the Pokemon craze, it's just out of control. It's absolutely out of control. And I will give Disc Replay credit for separating the Pokemon line and the Blu-ray line. People that were there for non-Pokemon, I guess, line. But then they put the line of Pokemon people directly in front of the entire wall of Blu-rays. And I had to keep saying, excuse me. And then people thought I was cutting the line, but I wasn't. I was just there for movies. I wasn't there for 10-year-old trading card packs. What is wrong with people? Black Friday 2025. I'm out. That's it. I've done enough. I'm going home. I'm going to show you guys my movies here in a second. All right, guys, so I just got home, and I was going to show you the movies in my car. I thought that would be a fun way to do this, but then it occurred to me that I have a bunch of Blu-rays and 4Ks and things that I've picked up over the last couple of months, and I think I'm just going to combine it all, because I did get, I think, 8 or 9 new movies today from my Black Friday Disc Replay trip, but there's a bunch of movies down in my basement I haven't talked to you guys about yet, so I'm just going to combine all of those. I could have told you this down in the basement, but I wanted to tell it to you here, and now, in the car, in the moment. All right. Let's look at the movies that I've got. And so, guys, we've made it down to my movie theater room, one of my favorite places to be. I love watching movies right back there, and I love talking about movies right here. And before we get into the Blu-ray portion of this Blu-ray collection update video, well, I do want to say that if this is the first time you found my channel, well, I would love for you guys to hit that subscribe button, check out all the different content that I have, whether you like movie reviews, Blu-ray talk, or even ranked list videos. I've got a little bit of everything on my channel, and I'd love for you guys to check it out. All right, let's get into my Black Friday 2025 Blu-ray collection update. Now we're going to start with the movies I just picked up today. These are the ones I picked up on a Black Friday sale. Then I'll get into the movies that I picked up over the last couple of months, and then I'll get into the special collector's edition movie that I found today. That's probably the thing I'm most excited to show you guys. So right off the top of the movies I picked up today, we have a film I haven't seen yet, and it is 13 Hours. 13 Hours stars John Krasinski. It's directed by Michael Bay, and it's an action flick about the real-life story about the U.S. soldiers that went into Benghazi on a rescue mission, and everything went to hell. Now, it's Michael Bay, so it's kind of hit or miss these days. I hope it's a fun movie. If nothing else, it's got John Krasinski. He's a great actor, so I am looking forward to checking out 13 Hours. Next up, we have Unforgiven, a Clint Eastwood film that I haven't seen yet. And no, it didn't originally come in this red case. It was in a blue case, but the case was damaged. I think they were selling it for like $1.50 for Black Friday today. So I picked it up, but I knew I had a red case at home and I thought it would look good in there. And look at that. That looks great in a red case. So there it is. I have Unforgiven. Next up, we have Snakes on a Plane. I'm sick of all these Monday through Friday snakes on my Monday through Friday plane. That's what the TV version of Snakes on a Plane said. That's the first way I ever saw it. So I was like, that's a weird thing for Samuel Jackson to say. And then I watched the real version of the movie and I was like, oh, he's not saying Monday through Friday at all. But there it is, Snakes on a Plane. It's a fun action comedy film. You can have a fun time with it if you're just willing to shut your brain off and think about how snakes were placed on a plane to try and bring a plane down so that a witness couldn't make it to a trial. That's Snakes on a Plane. Next up, we have the film Congo. Congo is a movie based on a book of the same name written by Michael Crichton. Michael Crichton is one of my favorite authors. Of course, he wrote Jurassic Park. He also helped write the Jurassic Park movie when it came out. And so here we are with another Michael Crichton adaptation. Haven't heard anything good or bad on this film. It's probably not great because most of his great work, people talk about it. It's pretty much available everywhere. And this is a film that you currently have to buy online if you want to watch it. But I don't have to buy it online because I found it on Black Friday. So I now own Congo and I'm looking forward to checking it out. Next up, we have a film that I enjoyed last year. I thought it got a little overhyped, but it's called In a Violent Nature. And this was a movie where there was a serial killer in the woods going after campers, killing people that had invaded his private space. But the most interesting thing about this movie is you see the whole film from his perspective. So you're not seeing things through the eyes of the campers. You're not following all of their conversations. You don't know who out of these campers deserves to die. Like, you know, if you watch a typical Friday the 13th movie, you're like, oh, well, that guy's a dick. He doesn't deserve to live. Or this girl, she's cheating on her boyfriend. I'm going to understand when Jason takes him out. But in this film, you're following the eyes of the serial killer and you're over the shoulder of the serial killer for almost the entire film. So because of that, you never get introduced to these campers. You're just watching him go through and kill them in these vicious, vicious ways. And I hear there's In a Violent Nature 2 on the way, so I really had to pick this up today. I'm looking forward to giving this a rewatch before I check out In a Violent Nature 2, hopefully next year. I don't know if they've set a release date for it, but I look forward to that. Next up, guys, we have Snowpiercer. This is a film I watched once. It's a futuristic film with all these people on a train. But that's really all I remember about the movie. So I am going to have to give this a rewatch. I remember Chris Evans in the movie, and I remember him giving a good performance. So I now own Snowpiercer. Looking forward to checking it out. Next up, guys, we have the film The Upside. And this is a film that I remember truly leaving a smile on my face. A feel-good movie. Really enjoyed this one. It stars both Bryan Cranston and Kevin Hart and Nicole Kidman. And I don't remember Nicole Kidman's part in this movie at all. But I remember really enjoying Bryan Cranston's part. And I thought Kevin Hart did such a great job not being the normal comedy Kevin Hart, like having depth to his character. I wish we would get more of this Kevin Hart in films. Unfortunately, we just more get the comedy, yelling, screaming Kevin Hart. But again, I thought he did a great job in this movie. So I picked up The Upside. It was a good Black Friday pickup. And the final Blu-ray in my stack of movies that I picked up on Black Friday is The International. I think I've seen this movie. It stars Clive Owen. I know I've seen the trailer for sure because story time here. I go to a theater many years ago before this movie came out when they were running trailers for this film. And I went to the theater to see, I think, one of the Harry Potter films. And I paid for my ticket and they go, just so you know, the heat's not working in that theater. It was a very cold day outside. And they're like, it's like 30 degrees in that theater. Do you still want to go see a movie in there? And I was like, absolutely I do. Because I was young and stupid. So I go in that theater to watch Harry Potter or whatever I was watching that night. And the International trailer played. And I was like, I got to check that out. So I know I've seen the trailer, but I don't know if I've seen the movie. So again, it was a good one to pick up on Black Friday when they were having a buy two, get two deal. So half of those were free that's a pretty good deal. Okay, moving on to the stack of movies that I've picked up since the last time that I did one of these Blu-ray collection updates, and it is Escape from New York. This movie, of course, is a classic, but one that I hadn't actually watched until I picked it up. So I picked up Escape from New York, I sat down, I put it in, I watched about half of it, I enjoyed what I saw, but I fell asleep. So I'm not saying anything bad about this movie. I don't think the movie itself put me to sleep. I think I had just been up for a very long time when I started this film, so I am looking forward to finishing it, but everything I've seen so far up to the halfway point, I was really enjoying. The idea of New York being shut down completely, and then Kurt Russell's character having to go in there and try to extract the president or the nuclear codes, one or both of those things, thought it was really cool, and so I was really enjoying it. So again, I've just got to finish it in the future, but I thought the Steelbook was really cool as well, and I got it for a really good deal. I think I paid less than $10, so there you go, Escape from New York. Next up, we have a movie called Frailty. Frailty is a film that stars both Matthew McConaughey and Bill Paxton. I haven't watched it yet, but I am looking forward to checking this movie out, mostly because there's a YouTuber named Cody Leach, and if you watch my very small channel, you very likely know about Cody Leach. You've already subscribed to him. His content is great, and one of the great things about Cody is he'll tell you about some hidden gem films. He did that for movies like Rudderless, Stir of Echoes, and Frailty, and I'm really looking to checking out Frailty just based on what he thinks about it, because again, I really liked Rudderless, I really liked Stir of Echoes, and so I'm looking forward to Frailty, hoping I really like it. So Frailty, I'm looking forward to it. And again, he doesn't need my shout out at all, but if you like movie content and for whatever reason you live under a rock on YouTube and you don't know about Cody Leach, please check his channel out. The man is awesome. All right, next up, guys, we have Poltergeist 2 and 3. Poltergeist 2 and 3. I haven't watched these movies, and that's kind of a theme with some of the movies in here, but that's what this is about. You collect movies, you put them on the shelves back there, and you enjoy them at another time. So Poltergeist 2 and 3, I bought the first Poltergeist when they released it on 4K a couple of years ago, actually on a Black Friday sale, and so it's appropriate to have it in this Black Friday video, although I picked it up when it was warm outside. I remember walking outside, and it was very warm at like 8 o'clock at night, and I already missed that. It's like 20 degrees here. We're expecting a snowstorm this weekend. So looking at this film, I'm like, I remember when I found you. It was so warm out. Okay. Next up, guys, we have Winter's Bone. Winter's Bone stars Jennifer Lawrence. Watched this one time, remember enjoying it, and I thought, you know what, it'd be good to have in the collection, so I picked up Winter's Bone. Next up, guys, we have the Hills Have Eyes unrated collection. This would be the Hills Have Eyes remake and the sequel to that remake, and I remember watching both of these as a teenager. I went with my sister and her boyfriend. We went to the movie store. I think it was a family video. We rented both of these movies. We watched them back to back, and I remember enjoying them, but I don't think they enjoyed them very much, but I'll pull them out here. Here they are, The Hills Have Eyes and The Hills Have Eyes 2. I'm excited to have these. I'm looking forward to a rewatch of these very soon, maybe even do a review series for these. That would be a fun time. So I'm looking forward to that. Next up, we have Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. This is the 4K edition. I believe I picked it up from Walmart. I think they're one of the few places that still sell brand new 4Ks when they come out. There is a digital code in here. That's cool. But yeah, over here, you've got all of the special features, and I just want to say real fast, we're about to get into a couple of movies that I've picked up from this year, and I think this has the most extra content in it. If you want to charge $30+ for a 4K, it needs to be worth it, in my opinion, and I feel like, I don't know this for sure, but I feel like Tom Cruise is the reason that there's 3 discs in here, that you can watch the 4K, the Blu-ray, the special features, and you get a digital copy. Like, you get all of that for one package deal. There's other movies in here that don't have all of that included, and that really irritates me because they all come out at the same price point. So again, I think Tom Cruise is the president of the movies, and I enjoyed this movie for what it was, although it's not my favorite Mission Impossible film, but I really do appreciate the physical media copy of this having so much extra content on it. Next up, guys, we have the film House on Eden. This is a found footage flick that I had such a fun time with. Listen, I'm a sucker for the found footage genre, so you're going to get extra points from me if it's its found footage in the horror genre, but I also really enjoyed the performances out of the content creators that actually made this film. The film felt like I went to YouTube and watched a couple of people doing a paranormal investigation on YouTube. Like that's what it felt like, and that's what I really enjoyed about it. At one point, when they're walking to the house, they stop, have a sidebar. They're like, we should do like a game of hide and seek so that the fans know we're having fun while we do this. And so they go do this game of hide and seek. And while there's some creepy moments in there that I enjoyed, I really liked the build up to getting to this house because, again, it just felt like they captured what I go to YouTube for when I look for paranormal investigations. And so I thought the story was structured really well. I thought the way they set it up was really well done. And I liked the ending of this movie. Again, found footage isn't everybody's cup of tea, but I had a good time with House on Eden. Next movie on the stack, guys, is my favorite movie of the summer 2025, and it is F1 the movie about Formula One racing starring Brad Pitt, and I had such a fun time with this movie. So many great performances in this film, but the way they shot the races got me so excited, and it made me want to watch an F1 race for real in the future. And I don't know if I've ever watched any sports movie and been like, ooh, now I want to go watch a sports event of that sport like immediately, and that's what this movie did. This movie made me want to watch an F1 race, and I actually just did that the other day when they were in Vegas. I watched it on my TV, and I love that you could actually sit in the car with the driver and watch from their perspective. That was really cool, and that's something that this movie put in that I really loved. I love that you could see everything from above the track, but you could be right there in the driver's seat with the driver as they're flying around the track. I literally didn't know that's how F1 races really are, but again, that just made it that much more exciting when I found the F1 race and I was like looking at the different views you could have, and I was like, wait, this is a real thing. It's not just something they shot for the movie. So again, visually, the movie was a lot of fun. The acting was great, had a really great story in it as well. Again, my favorite movie of the summer 2025, F1, had to own it, and I had to own it on 4K. But really quick, this is kind of what I was talking about earlier with Mission Impossible, is that you get the Mission Impossible film with the Blu-ray, the 4K, the digital copy, all of the different extras, and then for the same price point, you get F1, and it's just the 4K, maybe the digital copy? Yes, the digital copy as well. And that's it. There's a couple of special extras on here, but nothing crazy. And it's just crazy how they're the same price point, came out the same year, a couple weeks apart from each other, but they put so much more effort into what you get on this versus what you get on this. And that's a little irritating. Next up, guys, we have another movie that I absolutely loved from this year, and it is The Ballerina. This was, of course, from the world of John Wick, and I didn't know exactly what to expect with this film. You have Ana de Armas as an assassin in the John Wick universe, and they said Keanu Reeves is going to be in it as John Wick, but I was assuming he'd be a cameo, and at first that's what it seems like because this movie is heavily Ana de Armas's film. It's a revenge story for her character. It's about her going out trying to seek revenge for the people that killed her father. John Wick does show up, but he gives some advice and then he leaves. But oh, you get to the last act of this film, and it is the ballerina doing her thing, but it's also John Wick doing his thing. And I had such a great time with this film. One of my favorite theater experiences in 2025 so far as well. All right, guys, we got 2 movies left to talk about, and then we'll get into the special collector's edition movie I want to show you guys. The first one up is Nosferatu. This movie came out almost a year ago, and I was waiting for the price to drop on this 4K, and it finally dropped to like $16, and I snagged it up one day. Did buy it online, and when you buy online, you don't know if you're going to get a slipcover or not. But I got the slipcover, and I was very happy to own this film. I thought it was a great film from Robert Eggers, and I thought the acting in this film was so damn good. Whether it was from Bill Skarsgård as Nosferatu or Nicholas Hoult, Lily Rose Depp, Aaron Taylor Johnson, just great acting all around. The story was solid. He reinvented that story of Nosferatu, and it's so well done, and the visuals are so well done that I had to own it on 4K. so I now own Nosferatu, and I'm looking forward to a rewatch of that very soon. And the final movie in this stack, guys, is Weapons. This is another great summer 2025 film, one of my favorite horror movies of the year. I loved so much about this film, but I really loved the dark story, how it opened as a very dark story. It was very bleak throughout, and it had a very emotionally dark ending. Like, yes, they may have overcome the evil in this film, but that evil is still rotting away at this town, at these families that lost their kids, that got their kids back, but some of them still aren't talking again. Like, it doesn't end on a very happy note, and I love that about this movie. It was dark throughout, it knew what it was, and again, it had some great scary visuals throughout, so had to own this one on 4K as well. And guys, those are all the Black Friday Blu-rays that I picked up today, and all of the movies that I've picked up over the last couple of months since the last time that I did a Blu-ray collection update video. But I do have one more thing to show you guys. I've been talking about this collector's edition piece that I picked up today, and I'm so excited to have this, and it is the collector's edition of Watchmen. Watchmen is my favorite graphic novel of all time, and I absolutely love what Zack Snyder did with that film. I own several different copies of it, including the 4K director's cut with the Black Freighter cut in it. Like, I own all of the different copies that I've found, and now I own this edition, and this box is in such great condition for something at a secondhand shop like Disc Replay. It was at a great price today as well, and I had a bunch of store credits, so I basically got this for free, which was pretty cool. But with that said, I'm going to open it up and show you guys what's in here. But first, I want to show you the outside. Look at this. So you see the graphic novel characters if you turn it a certain way, but then you see Zack Snyder's casting when you see it another way, just showing how brilliantly Zack Snyder cast this film. But we open it up, guys, and that's the digital copy that likely doesn't work anymore, so that's gone. But we open it up. There's the inside. You see the Black Freighter right there. That's cool. And then, of course, you've got the Watchmen graphic novel. And this is a hardcover copy of the graphic novel. And I actually don't own a hardcover copy. I own the soft cover. So that's really cool. I love the artwork on this. Of course, that's the Watchmen novel, or graphic novel. And then we have the Watchmen Collector's Edition Blu-ray set right here. And look at that. This is trying to get it all in frame. That's awesome. There's so much content here. I'm so excited to check this out. I own, like I said, several different copies of the Watchmen, but now I own the collector's edition, and this is going to look so awesome on the shelves back there. I might have to move some of the TV shows out of the way that are on this row here or here and put this there because I want it on display. And I love that the hardcover comic book also comes with it, or graphic novel also comes with it. So there it is. This to me is my favorite thing that I found on this year's Black Friday. And guys, those are all the movies that I picked up on Black Friday of 2025 and some movies I've picked up over the last couple of months. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a blast getting up this morning and going out to my local Disc Replay. And even though I had to fight my way through Pokemon card collectors, I was able to find some movies, and I'm glad I was able to share those movies with you guys here today. The last thing I'll say before ending this video is that if you guys went out on Black Friday and tried to get any movies, I'd like to know your experience. I'd also like to know what you were able to pick up, whether you went online shopping or you went in store somewhere. Let me know what you guys picked up in that comment section down below. And finally, guys, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button because it helps the video, it helps the channel, and it helps me right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Alright guys, we've made it to the end of my Black Friday 2025 Blu-ray collection update video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did have a fun time getting up early, going to Disc Replay today, fighting my way through Pokemon card collectors to find movies, and to most importantly find this Watchmen Collector's Edition. I'm so excited to put these on the shelves back there now, and I'm excited to talk to you guys about more movies in the future. You know, we are coming up on the end of the year, and so as we get closer to the end of the year, I will be putting out several ranked lists of movies that came out in 2025, whether that's a top 10 most disappointing, top 10 most surprising, top 10 worst, top 10 best, and then a full ranked list of everything that I've seen in 2025. So be on the lookout on my channel for all of that. And in the meantime, if you want to check out any of the other content on my channel, well, I've got all of my best and worst of 2025 right there, and I've got all of my Blu-ray collection update videos right there.